All right. Oh my gosh, and I'm still not ready. It's 1-0 in favor of the White Sox. It's the White Sox and the Astros. Yours truly, Brian Snow, is here with you. Let me see. And it's my fault. I am taking complete and utter fault for this. We'll pick this action up in the bottom of the first inning as y'all are going to see how I'm going to set this up. And I don't have my scorecard ready. I'm going to get that ready. Double by Gavin Sheets has brought home the first run of the game. There are runners at first and third. There are two outs. They're in the bottom of the first against Hunter Brown as he kicks and fires a strike, and the count's now 0-2. Apologies to any and everyone that has tuned in to my last few broadcasts because they have not been on par. This is not what I'm used to doing, and it's my own fault. I'll explain all of that later. The 0-2 bounced in front of the plate, and the count is now 1-2. Let's get the correct scoreboard up there. I know my buddy play-by-play with JJ goes through this a lot. And one thing he has taught me, bless his heart, is just to keep going. So, JJ, I'm going to keep going. We're in the top of the first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch from Brown, swing and a miss on some high cheese, and that will take care of that. They got a run on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. And we will take the time to take a quick breather, make sure everything is up to par. And when we come back, we'll have the Astros batting order, and we go to the bottom of the first. White Sox 1, Astros nothing. All right, to the bottom of the first we go, and the lineup goes like this for Houston. Jose Altuve leads off at second. Yordan Alvarez bats second and left. Yander Diaz bats third. He'll catch. Jeremy Pena bats fourth. He's the shortstop. John Singleton bats fifth at first base. Victor Caratini, flip this over here. Victor Caratini bats sixth. He's the DH. Jake Myers bats seventh and center. Shea Whitcomb, making his first major league start, bats eighth. He's at third. And Mauricio Dubon bats ninth. He is in right field. They face Chris Flexen, making his 24th start of the year, and he delivers a four-seam fastball upstairs for ball 1. Lineup again for the Astros: Altuve, Alvarez, and Diaz, 1, 2, and 3. Pena, Singleton, Caratini, 4, 5, and 6. Myers, Whitcomb, and Dubon, 7, 8, and 9. The pitch on the way is a ball. It's 2-0. Let me get this out of here. 2-0 the count. Flexen from the overhead line, kicks, deals a fastball right down the middle for a strike, and the count's 2-1. 1-0 White Sox. We're in the bottom of the first. Astros had their 8-game winning streak broken last night by these White Sox, 5-4, and they're trying to start another one. Altuve coming in, hitting at 297. There's a changeup upstairs and wide. The count's now 3-1. So the first three: Altuve, Alvarez, and Diaz. I have learned my lesson about a lot of things. I'll talk about that at a later date. 3-1 the count to Jose Altuve as Flexen rocks into the overhead wind and delivers a fastball strike, and the count's full 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. And I'll ask you guys again, if you know of any way I can improve this, let me know. I think I may go back to StreamYard tomorrow when I do the Fever and the Dallas Wings. 3-2 from the overhead wind, the payoff pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Up with it is Lopez. The toss across to first is in time. Good stretch by Gavin Sheets. 1 up, 1 down in the bottom of the first. So with 1 down, here's the big man, Yordan Alvarez, who has 6 hits off of Flexen. 3 stayed in the park and 3 left the park. From the overhead wind, the pitch to Alvarez is swung on and fouled out of play for strike 1. I'll take in a piece of advice. Alvarez at 304, 25 homers. He's driven in 65. Do me a favor, folks. Do not post any spoilers in the chat. I'm going to get this right, and I'm going to make both my channels grow. Here's a swing and a pop-up on the infield. Third base side. Coming over is Lopez. And he makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Sosa does. Lirin Sosa makes the catch. And there's 2 out. 2 up, 2 down to Yainer Diaz. White Sox go black tops, gray bottoms, white numbers, trimmed with white with black mixed in. Astros, white tops, white bottoms, and blue numbers trimmed in orange. Yainer Diaz hitting at 295, 12 homers. He's driven in 67. He leads the team in that category. First base side of the rubber, Flexen kicks and deals. A curveball strike on the outside corner. The count's 0-1. Thank you all for being patient with me. We got 5 in here now. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And get the word out to your friends. From the windup, the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a pop-up. This time, first base side. Coming over is Andrew Vaughn. Makes the one-handed catch, and the inning is over. Nothing across for the Astros. They go 1-2-3. We're done with an inning, and it's the White Sox 1 and the Astros nothing. All right, we go to the top of the second inning. Glad to have y'all with us. As Hunter Brown kicks and deals, he delivers a strike, and the count's 0-1 to Dominic Fletcher, the right fielder. 7, 8, and 9 do up for the White Sox. Fletcher, Chucky Robinson, and Brooks Baldwin. From the windup, here's the 0-1. That's a fastball outside, and the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll give you a recap on how the top of the first inning happened. 1-1 the count. Hunter Brown works straight on from the rubber, and now the chest high wind and delivers. And it's fouled out of play for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and nobody out. We're in the top of the second. The White Sox lead the Astros by a count of 1-0. I have to get some more score sheets. I have got to do a better job of taking my own advice and being prepared. Fletcher waits left-hand batter's box. Hunter Brown is ready from the chest high wind. Here's the 1-2, a fastball inside, and the count evens at 2-2. But you know something? As challenging as my 28th year has been, especially with all the health problems that I've endured, I'm ready for season 29. I am really ready for season 29. Here's the 2-2, a swing and a foul out of play to the left on a cutter. And we'll do it again. 7, 8, and 9 do for the White Sox here in the second. Dominic Fletcher, Chucky Robinson, and Brooks Baldwin. Nicky Lopez grounded out to first. Luis Roberts struck out. A walk to Benintendi. Vaughn delivers a single, and this one's popped out of play. The count stays where it is at 2-2. To recap the top of the first, Nicky Lopez grounded out to first baseman John Singleton. Luis Roberts struck out swinging. Andrew Benintendi drew a walk. Andrew Vaughn singled on a sharp line drive to put runners at first and second. Gavin Sheets got Benintendi home with a sharp single to left field. Made it 1-0. Sosa strikes out, and now you're up to date. And that pitch is popped up on the infield. Jeremy Pena is right there. And there's 1 out in the second. Now Chucky Robinson will head to the plate. Right-handed batter's box against right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball foul up the first baseline for strike 1. Chucky Robinson hitting at $150. He has 3 hits on the season. This is his 10th game and his 21st at bat to date. Watch this White Sox club in the next couple of years. They are in rebuilding mode, sure. Next one, swing and a miss on a sinker, and the count's 0-2. But I'll say it now. Watch these White Sox the next couple of years. They're going to make some noise. I'm saying it aloud. The 0-2 pitch, high with a fastball, and the count's 1-2. And not just because I'm a White Sox fan, because I am, but I believe in this ball club. They're going to turn it around and recapture the glory. 1-2 the count, the wind, the kick, and the pitch. A swing and a pop-up foul out of play on a fastball. We'll do it again. Now that I think I got everything situated, 1-2 the count. Hunter Brown waits. And from the chest high windup, delivers. A swing and a bouncing ball to the pitcher. Hunter Brown with a bare hand. The toss to first is in time. 2 down in the inning. 1-3 if you're scoring at home with us. Now, don't mind me as I fumble around for all my equipment because I'm going to be in the process of sending the stream out to as many people as I can. Got in on the hands of Chucky Robinson, who sprinted down to first. Two down, and Brooks Baldwin is at the plate as Brown kicks and fires. Slash foul out of play to the left for strike 1. Final score from the WNBA: the Chicago Sky pick up a win, and they beat LA 90-86. Next one is a ball, and the count's now even. 1 ball, 1 strike. I got more thoughts on Caleb Williams. I'll deliver those Monday morning as Snowman in the Morning is back and in full, beginning at 11 a.m. on Monday. The wind, the kick, and the pitch. A swing and a pop-up foul out of play on a cutter. And the count's now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I think the other problem is I'm finally learning how to get the hang of a couple of things I'm using. 1-2, swing and a miss on a knuckle curve, and that will take care of that. So the White Sox go up and out in order. We're done with an inning and a half. It's the White Sox 1 and the Astros nothing. More Major League Baseball on this Saturday night on Snowman Multimedia after this. This copyrighted webcast is presented by authority of Snowman Multimedia Sports and is intended solely for the private use of its audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or any other use of the accounts and descriptions of this webcast without the express written consent of Snowman Multimedia and Snowman Multimedia Sports is strictly prohibited. We go to the bottom of the second, and Jeremy Pena takes a fastball right down the middle for a strike, and the count's 0-1. 1-0 White Sox here in the bottom of the second inning. Jeremy Pena hitting at 279, 12 homers. He's driven in 56. Chris Flexen works first base side of the rubber, winds, kicks, and fires. A slider outside. They check at first, no swing. And leaving the count at 1-1. One ball, one strike to count. Next one, high with a fastball on the count's now 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning to Jeremy Pena in the cleanup spot. A swing and a miss on a curveball, and the count's even 2-2. And a lot of these players are up in the lineup because of the absence of one Alex Bregman, who was out for this entire series. And that word came down right before first pitch last night. Chris Flexen on the mound, left foot in front of the right, first base side of the rubber. With a 2-2 to Pena from the overhead wind. Here she comes. A slider outside, and the count's full 3-2. 1-0 White Sox. They have 2 hits. Astros yet to grab a hit. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And from the windup, the payoff pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball to short. Up with it, Lopez. Tossed across to first. Dug out by Andrew Vaughn brilliantly. And there's one out in the second inning. The question I have for the White Sox is, where is Garrett Crochet going to go? Because they might move him during the offseason. That's one of the biggest questions that I have right now. And now Flexen delivers a curveball to John Singleton that's low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Flexen waits from the overhead wind, and the pitch on the way. A cutter for a strike, and the count's even 1-1. What in the world? What am I hearing here? Next one, bounce to the right side, past the pitcher. Sheets up with it. Toss to the pitcher is in time. 3-1 on that assist, and there's 2 down in the second. What in the world did I just hear? No, didn't accidentally call anybody. Two up, 2 down, bottom of the second. And here's Victor Caratini in the left-handed batter's box against Chris Flexen. And the pitch on the way is low with a fastball, and the count's 1-0. Caratini in the 6th spot tonight, hitting at .268. 6 homers. He's driven in 20 on the year. Jake Myers would be next. From the windup, here's the 1-0. A low fastball, and it's 2-0. Two and 0 the count. As Flexen winds, kicks, and fires a fastball, a curveball, I beg your pardon. That's up, and it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes, with 2 out here in the bottom of the second. From the overhead wind, here's the pitch. Fastball strike right down the middle, and the count's 3-1. Three balls and a strike, 2 down, bottom of the second inning, 1-0 White Sox, as they look to claim the series in Houston. Here's the pitch. Fastball strike right down the middle. The count goes full at 3-2. From the overhead wind, here's the payoff pitch. A swing and a pop-up. To the outfield goes Lopez. He's got it with the over-the-shoulder catch, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Astros as they look to extend their West Division lead. We go to the top of the third. It's the White Sox 1 and the Astros 0 on Snowman Multimedia and Snowman Multimedia Sports Radio. All right, we go to the top of the third inning. It is 1-0 in favor of the White Sox as the Astros try to get back into it. As Hunter Brown from the Chestnut Wine delivers a slider for a strike to the leadoff man, Nicky Lopez, who grounded out his first time up, came into tonight hitting at 245. Doesn't have a home run on the year, but he's driven in 17. A 1 pitch, slashed out of play with a cutter. And the count's 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count. Hunter Brown is ready. From the line, the kick and the pitch, a swing and a bouncing ball to second. Altuve gobbles it up. Toss to first is in time. 1 up, 1 down in the third. Second time Nicky Lopez has grounded out tonight. Luis Robert Jr. last night hit not 1, but 2 home runs. And he's trying to keep that going tonight. Top of the third, 1 out, 1-0 White Sox. They score their run in the top of the first. The pitch to Robert is slashed foul, third base side for strike 1. From the windup, the 0-1 pitch. A changeup for a strike on the outside corner, and the count's now 0-2. Oh, and 2 the count, 1 out, top of the third, 1-0 White Sox, and we're just getting started here in Houston. The pitch on the way, smacked foul to the backstop. Count remains where it is at 0-2. We're talking about all these extra stats, and I don't know what the world an XBA is. That's a sinker low and inside, and the count's 1-2. I do not know what XBA stands for, nor do I care to know. Did he hit the ball out of the ballpark? If the answer is yes, that's a run. I'm old and I'm old school when it comes to this. Brown and pitches, swing and a miss on a sinker. And there's 2 out, and the second time tonight, Luis Robert has struck out. Preseason football sees the Colts leading the Cardinals 7-0. From the windup, here's the pitch, low and inside, ball 1. Robert and the White, as Luis Robert continues to struggle. There's Andrew Benintendi, who walked and scored the only run of the game. Brown is ready, and the pitch, high with a cutter, and it's 2-0. From the chest high one, here's the 2-0 pitch. High with a cutter, and it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes to count. With 2 out and nobody on here in the top of the third. The pitch on the way is low, and that's ball 4, and Benintendi has walked for the second time. Now Andrew Vaughn heads to the plate where he's 1 for 1. Ori is here with us. Mickey Delaney's here with us as well. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, take off, throw for second. Save! Benintendi swipes second base, and now he's in scoring position. Do me a favor, folks. If you can, please support the Snow Strong Foundation. And I try to keep this platform going with a Cash App donation and a super chat if you feel so inclined. The pitch on the way is outside. They'll throw that ball away, and the count is 1-1. Beg your pardon. A ball, a strike, 2 down. Here in the top of the third. Runner at second. Andrew Vaughn waits, and the delivery is a strike, and the count's now 1-2 with a knuckle curve. I already know how I can make this better. I think I know how I can make this better. 1-2 the count. The pitch on the way. A swing and a bouncing ball in front of the plate, and it trickles foul. And we'll try it again. Victor Locke is with us. What's up, Victor? Iori is visiting with us from California, if I remember correctly. Mickey Delaney visiting us from the Pacific Northwest. Benintendi leads away from second. Vaughn right back in the batter's box. 1-2 the count. Hunter Brown comes set. Doesn't look at the runner. Looks in. Double glances. Kicks. Deals. A swing and a high fly ball into left. Yordan Alvarez is streaking in. He'll run it down with a left-handed catch. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. One left. Benintendi drew his second walk of the night, but the White Sox were not able to capitalize. We go to the bottom of the third. It's the White Sox 1 and the Astros nothing. You are listening to Major League Baseball live on Snowman Multimedia. I got a question. If y'all have any way I can improve the look of this stream, let me know in the chat below. Because there's a few things I've been tinkering with, and there's a different set that I'm going to use for basketball, because tomorrow I plan to stream the Indiana Fever and the Seattle Storm. And that's a 3 o'clock tip Eastern time. Daniel De Los Santos claimed off waivers from the Yankees. These are White Sox roster moves. Gus Varland recalled from Charlotte. Steven Wilson is placed on the 15-day injured list. And Mike Clevenger is on the 60-day disabled list, as Jake Myers swings and fouls one on a play for strike one. So any suggestions that you all have that can make this better, let me know in the chat below. 0-1 the count. From the overhead line, here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. 7, 8, and 9 due for the Astros. Jake Myers, Shea Whitcomb, beg your pardon, and Mauricio DeBone. Remember, the Astros are playing this series without one of their big bats in the lineup, and Alex Bregman. And yet they nearly came back to win last night, but almost doesn't count. 0-2 the count to Jake the Snake Myers. The pitch on the way. A swing and a bouncing ball to short. Nicky Lopez up with the toss across the first is in time. Good stretch by Andrew Vaughn. 1 up, 1 down in the third. Nicky Lopez has been busy on the defensive side. Bobby Witt Jr. with his 25th, with his second straight 25 home run, 25 stolen base season, joins Carlos Beltran and Bo Jackson as the only Royals to do so. Shea Whitcomb with his first at bat takes a strike, and the count's 0-1, the fastball. In the minors, Whitcomb batted .293, making his major league debut tonight. Flexing from the first base side of the rubber, kicks and deals. A slider upstairs, and the count's even 1-1. I'm going to say some things in between innings, and I hope you all understand where I'm going to come from, because there's a lot of things that have kept me off the microphone besides my health, and I feel I have to express what I'm feeling. I just hope you all understand where I'm coming from and why I'm trying to get better at this. Next one, swinging a high fly ball into right center field. That's back. That's at the track, and it's off the wall. Robert retrieves it. Into second goes Whitcomb with a sliding double. The Astros get their first hit of the night, and the tying run is at second base. Some of the things I may as well express it here. Some of the things that has me frustrated is why, when folks like me and play-by-play with JJ and Pure Adrenaline Sports and many, many others, they put this content out there, and all they're asking for is a little bit of support, as Shea Whitcomb gets his first major league hit, and now DeBone spanks one to left field for a base hit. Whitcomb stops at third, and the Astros are in business with 2 consecutive hits. I'll express my thoughts in between innings. And now DeBone headed for second. He slides in safely. No one was covering second base, so DeBone takes second base. So the Astros have runners at second and third now. Now all I'm asking for is a little bit of support from the folks that come in for the first time and they listen. Subscribing is free. Hitting the like is free. If you feel inclined to donate to me and my family, that would be absolutely fantastic. That throw from Benintendi got through the third baseman's leg, so DeBone took off and swiped second. I'm also offering this as the pitch to Altuve is a strike with a curveball, and the count's 0-1. I'm offering this for consumption, and I'd love to get some advertisers and some sponsors for it, because this is the new wave. This is 21st century media. The 0-1 to Altuve is swung on and fouled out of play, and the count is now 0-2. And the other thing that gets me is when people say that they will commit, and I understand times are hard for everybody. Believe me, I get it. But if you're going to say you're going to commit to somebody, do it all the way, man. The 0-2 to Jose is bounced in front of the plate with a slider, and the count's 1-2. I mean, if you believe in somebody, I have a dear friend right now named Michael Ray. He's going through a lot right now. I don't want him to give up on anything. Okay? And I haven't been the best to him lately with everything, with all the turbulence that's going on around me. 1-2 to Altuve, the kick and the pitch, fastball right down the middle, didn't get the call. And the count's now even at 2-2. Chucky Robinson held the ball for a minute, didn't get the call. And I want to help guys like him, like Michael, like all the underdogs that feel like they don't have a chance or don't have a shot. And I feel like I'm that. A swing and a pop-up foul out of play by Altuve keeps the count where it is at 2-2. There's a nice little battle going on. Runners at second and third. Whitcomb at third. DeBone at second. DeBone singled, and then the throw got through the third baseman under his legs, and then DeBone took second base. 2-2 to Altuve. The pitch on the way. A swing and a foul out of play to the right. We'll do it again. Do I want both my channels, this one and my play-by-play channel where I'm airing it to blow up? Yes, I do. I'd love that. I would love that kind of support. I would love to turn this into something I do for a living, and I'm working at it. I know there's a few other things I need to do, and I'm going to do them, but I'm just begging for a little bit of support here. That cutter is fouled out of play. Count stays where it is at 2-2. You know, when I got into this 29 years ago, all I wanted was for one person to believe in me. That's all I ask for now. And I know a lot of people do. I know a lot of people do. Here's the pitch. A swing and a little looper headed towards center field and down for a base hit. In comes Whitcomb. DeBone right behind him. He'll score. And the Astros lead 2-1. Altuve with a 2-run single. And with one out, the Astros have the lead 2-1. Now to bring up the big man, Yordan Alvarez. If I'm wrong in expressing what I'm feeling, folks, let me know. And I'm doing it during a baseball game, and y'all know I love baseball, but there's some frustrations that have been on my chest, and I wanted to express them in a way where you guys understand where I'm coming from. If I'm out of line, put a 1 in the chat, and I'll stop. So that throw in from Benintendi, that got through the legs of Sosa, turned into an error, which allowed DuBone to swipe second base. And then Altuve smacks home 2 runs with a single. So that second run is unearned. The 4th inning, we'll do our scoreboard update. The 5th inning, we will have our trivia question. I think there's something I can add to the display. The pitch to Alvarez, swing and a miss on a changeup, and the count's 0-1. Air Jordan, as he is affectionately known by the Houston Astros television announcers. Todd Callis, who gave him that nickname, and I love Todd Callis. And that last name, to all you broadcasters, should sound familiar. I'll explain the familiarity after this pitch. A swing and a foul on a play with a cutter, and the count is now 0-2. Todd Callis is the son of legendary broadcaster, now departed Phillies broadcaster, Harry Callis, who was known as Harry the K. 2-1 Astros, bottom of the 3rd. They're looking for more. The pitch on the way. Swinging a foul out of play. We'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 in. Chris Flexen has thrown 18 pitches this inning. And an inning like this could up your pitch count in a hurry. Alvarez waits in the left-handed batter's box as Flexen comes set. Looks in. And the pitch, he takes a short kick and it bounced in front of the plate with a changeup, heading for second, and save is Altuve. So that is a stolen base for Altuve. And as soon as he saw that ball bounce, he took off with no hesitation. That's a stolen base for Jose Altuve, as Chucky Robinson couldn't get a hold of it. And now Altuve takes off for third, and he's safe again. So 2 stolen bases in the inning for Jose Altuve has put him at third. And thank you, Mickey Delaney, for sharing the broadcast. I mean, he didn't even draw a throw. Alvarez waits. 2-2 the count. The pitch on the way. A swing and a little looper headed toward left in front of Benintendi. That's down for a base hit. In comes Altuve, and the Astros now lead 3-1. So back-to-back run-scoring singles, two-run single for Altuve, and an RBI single for Alvarez. And the Astros has put up a crooked number here in the 3rd, and they lead now 3-1. Good inside-out swing by the big man. So Altuve with 2 stolen bases. There was an error in the inning as well. 3 hits in the inning now for the Astros. And the pitch is low and inside to Yanner Diaz for ball 1 with a cutter. I want to see how something looks. Diaz popped out in the 1st. Yo, 1, a swing and a smash. Base hit into center field. Alvarez will stop at second, and the hit parade keeps going. After the ground out by Jake Myers, a double, a single, plus an error, then another single, a double, and 4 singles, plus an error. Astros lead 3-0, and this will bring Grady Sizemore out for a chat on the mound. Let me see how something looks here. Okay. Now that I know how some things look, I can okay. There are some things I can. This is a never-ending inning. Yes, it is. When you don't throw strikes, Aori, it's a never-ending inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive players have reached. 5 consecutive batters have reached. A double by Whitcomb, a single by Dubon, a single by Altuve that brought in 2, a single by Alvarez that brought in Altuve, and now Yainer Diaz has singled. Here's Jeremy Pena, who grounded out in the second inning. Astros 3, White Sox 1. Runners at first and second, bottom of the third inning. So again, I hope y'all understand why I voiced some of the frustration that I did. And I needed to voice it right there. I felt it on my heart. Here's the pitch to Pena, swing and a miss on a cutter, and the count's 0-1. I think what I'm also going to do is break out the headset, like the play-by-play headset. 1 out, 2 on. Bottom of the third, 3-1 Astros. As Flexen sets at the belt, and the pitch on the way is swung on and grounded to third, to second for 1, return to first, not in time. So Diaz is erased on the fielder's choice, 5-4 if you're scoring at home. Pena on with a fielder's choice. Now to bring Big John Singleton to the plate. Singleton grounded to the pit to first, his first time up. It's one of those nights you're told run through the bag, and Pena did, and he beat the throw. The pitch to Big John is a strike on the outside corner, and the count's 0-1 with a fastball. 5 hits in the inning for the Astros, 3 runs home, 1 of them unearned. 0-1 the count as Flexen comes set at the belt, and the pitch, a curveball outside, and the count's even 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 down. A throw to first, and the runner just does get back. Right, Ari, this is a never-ending inning. A ball, a strike, 2 down. Runners at the corners. And they throw back to third. Safe there is Alvarez. And that was a pickoff move is what happened. They tried to get Alvarez leaning, and it didn't work. One and one the count. 2 down, 2 on, 3 in for the Astros. The 1-1 pitch is a changeup upstairs, and it's 2-1. Victor Caratini would be next. 8th man to bat in the inning. As the White Sox have some activity in their bullpen. There's a strike on the outside with a fastball. And the count's even 2-2. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Singleton is gone. He's gone for the second time tonight, but good inning for the Astros. They get 3 on 5 hits, no errors, and they leave 2. We're done with 3, and your score, it's the Houston Astros 3 and the Chicago White Sox 1 as Saturday Night Baseball continues after this. All right, we head to the top of the 4th inning as the Astros have claimed the lead over the White Sox. That score is now 3-1. Make sure everything is updated. And we'll be with you tomorrow at 2:30 for a little bit of WNBA action as Gavin Sheets takes a strike. He has a run-scoring single that came in the first. The count's 0-1 to him. From the windup, the pitch. Strike called, and the count's now 0-2. Now I'm getting an idea on how to use both the weapons that I have. 0-2 the count. From the windup, the 0-2 pitch. Low with a knuckle curve, and the count's 1-2. 5, 6, and 7 due for the White Sox. Gavin Sheets, Lennon Sosa, and Dominic Fletcher. 3-1 in favor of the Astros. They have 5 hits. White Sox have 3. The pitch on the way is roped to right field for a base hit. Now they have 3 hits. That's their 3rd hit. And Gavin Sheets is now 2 for 2. That knuckle curve hung, and Gavin Sheets knew what to do with it. So Gavin Sheets on at first with nobody out, and Lennon Sosa, who struck out his first time up, takes a knuckle curve for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Top of the 4th inning. D-backs trail the Rays lose to the Rays 6-1. We owe you a scoreboard update. We'll get you that in a minute, and that's fouled out of play. And the count's 0-2. Pirates beat the Mariners 7-2. Top of the 7th inning in Philadelphia. The Phillies lead the Nationals 5-1. Giants and Athletics are scoreless. Marlins lose to the Mets. That final 4-0. The pitch on the way. High with a fastball. And the count's 1-2. Next one. It's fouled out of play, this time with a sinker. And the count stays where it is at 1-2. David Burns tuning us in from Cedar Hill, Texas. Thanks for tuning us in, David. If you like what you see and you hear, make sure you subscribe to the channel and spread this to anyone and everyone. 1-2 pitch. Swing the bouncing ball up the middle. Altuve will take the long way to first. He got him. 1 down in the 4th. Meanwhile, Gavin Sheets moves up to second base. 4-3 on that put out. They may have had a chance to turn a twin killing, but Pena was too far over to his left. And Altuve, being Altuve, just scooted over and said, let me take the safe out. Here's Dominic Fletcher, who popped out to shortstop Jeremy Pena his first time up. Fletcher hitting at 219. The pitch on the way. A swing and a smash. Caught! Pena, race to the bag, is won by Pena. Double play, inning over. Wow. Fletcher having rotten luck. We go to the bottom of the fourth, and the Astros keep the lead by a count of 3-1. Back with more after this. All right, we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 3-1 in favor of the Astros. A great line drive double play by Jeremy Pena, who was able to win the race to the bag to pick off Gavin Sheets. And we go to the bottom of the fourth as Victor Caratini will lead things off. 6, 7, and 8 due for the Astros. As Flexen is still out there, and he delivers a fastball upstairs for ball one. 56 pitches now for Chris Flexen as he works here in the bottom of the fourth. Caratini flew out in the second inning. From the overhead line, here's the 1-0 pitch. Change up for a strike on the inside corner, and the count's now even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way, swing and a miss with a changeup. And the count's now 1-2. From the overhead line, here's the 1-2 pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball to third. Somebody better get there. Sosa's throw is not in time. Infield hit for Victor Caratini. That was about as slow of a slow roller that you will ever see. That'll bring Jake Myers to the plate, who grounded to short his first time up. Flexing from the belt. Kicks and deals. A breaking ball upstairs for a ball. 1-0 the count. The count. Nobody out, a runner at first. The pitch on the way. A changeup upstairs. It's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. A runner on at first and nobody out. A throw to first, and Caratini's back safely. Flexen looks in, gets his sign. Caratini leads away from first, and the pitch to Myers is smacked fair down the left field line. All the way into the corner. Caratini rounded second, headed for third. He'll stop there. And the hits keep coming for the Astros. 7 hits now for Houston. Caratini now stands at third. Myers stands at second. Now here's Shea Whitcomb, who doubled and scored last inning. He takes a slider upstairs for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Oh and 1 the count. And the pitch on the way is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right, now I know what I'm going to do. Now I know how I'm going to handle these broadcasts from now on. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside, and the count is now 2-1. I know exactly how I'm going to do this from now on. The pitch on the way is low, and it's 3-1. There is nobody out. Victor Caratini at third. He led off this inning with a single. Jake Myers stands at second with a double, and Shea Whitcomb has a 3-0 count on him. Whitcomb is ready, and so is Flexen. Flexen steps off the rubber. Mauricio Dubon would be next. Be a great time for the Astros to blow this thing wide open. The 3-1 is a fastball inside for ball 4. That'll load him up. And there's going to be a change coming soon, as Flexen has now thrown 67 pitches to date. Now Mauricio Dubon stands in. He's singled in the third, scored a run. He's got 35 runs batted in. He'd love to have a couple more here. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play to the right for strike 1. Again, thank you to David Burns, to Mickey Delaney, IRE 666, Victor Locke, and all of my friends tuning in for this broadcast tonight. 0-1. The pitch to Dubon is slapped down the left field line and caught by Benintendi. Coming home is Caratini on the tag. It's now 4-1. So a sacrifice fly for Mauricio Dubon drives in a run. And it's now 4-1 with runners at first and second. And you have to wonder how much longer Flexen will be in there. Now you got to deal with the top of the order and Jose Altuve, who has a 2-run single to his credit and 2 trips. He also swiped 2 bases that inning. Well, officially he swiped third, so only 1 stolen base. There's a changeup inside for ball 1. Flexen looking for that call, didn't get it. And the count's 1-0. C. Lee is here. What's up, man? Here's the pitch. Fastball strike on the inside corner, and the count's even 1-1. White Sox got the first run of the game up in the first. Flexen retired the first 6 men he faced, and then the third inning started, and that has been that. The pitch on the way to Altuve. It's a changeup for a strike, and the count is now 1-2. You'd love to have Flexen to get out of this one. if you're the White Sox, to keep your starter in the game, as he's thrown 72 pitches to date. 1-2 pitch to Altuve. A swing and a bouncing ball to third, to second one, return, two, a double play. And that is the answer that Flexen needed. Altuve grounds into a 5-4-3 double play. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 1. We go to the 5th. It's the Astros 4 and the White Sox 1. And C. Lee, to answer your question, I am going to tell you more after this. To the top of the 5th inning we go, and a trivia question is on the way. And we'll get to that in just a moment. 4-1 in favor of the Astros. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Astros. A run on 3 hits and 1 error for the White Sox. As we go to the 5th, it's 8-9-1. Due up for the White Sox, Chucky Robinson, Brooks Baldwin, and to the top of the order, and Nicky Lopez. And I'm looking at the White Sox setup now. Their broadcast setup, and I'm totally gaining some ideas from that. We're in the top of the 5th as Hunter Brown begins his 5th inning of work and delivers. Slapped foul out of play to the right, and the count's 0-1. C. Lee gave me a question at the end of the 4th inning, and he said, do you stream the Astros often? The answer is yes, and the answer is going to be yes. From the windup, the 0-1, a swing and a bouncing ball foul, third base side, and the count's 0-2. Thomas Fitzpatrick, my buddy, streaming the Orioles and the Red Sox tonight. The pitch on the way is a fastball up, and the count's 1-2. Only thing, 162 games would wear me out right now, and I know it would, but I'd love to give it a shot. I would. Next one, strike 3 called. My favorite broadcaster is Hawk Harrelson. He's one of my favorites also. Everyone who loves listening to sportscasting or watching game, who's your favorite broadcaster? Put your answer in the chat here. Robinson strikes out for the first out of the 5th. Hunter Brown back on the mound. From the windup, the pitch to Baldwin. It's a fastball low for ball 1. Want to know the count? 1 out, top of the 5th. The pitch on the way. A swing and a foul out of play, and the count's even 1-1. All right, here's your trivia question. Who is the only team to turn 2 triple plays in the same game? Oh, Mickey, I love Dave Sims. Dave Sims is a very, very dear friend. 1-1 pitch. Fastball inside, 2-1. C. Lee, it's Thomas's birthday. As in Frank Thomas? Or Thomas Fitzpatrick? Oh, it's Thomas Fitzpatrick's birthday. Why did I get excited for that? Happy birthday, Thomas. A swing and a high fly ball into deep center field, but running it down will be Jake the Snake Myers. He makes the right-handed catch, and there's 2 down in the 5th. Happy birthday, Fitzy. I listen to pure adrenaline sports. I like listening to him. I like listening to pure adrenaline sports. He told me something that is so true. He said, just get back into doing it. What I want to learn is Fitzy's setup. I want to learn Fitzy's setup and how he set that up with the camera and everything. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1 to Nicky Lopez, who was 0 for 2. He grounded to first and grounded to second. I got to get back into doing this and doing this more often and doing it consistently. I know that. From the windup, the 0-1. Swinging a cutter, fouled off of Lopez, and he's down. Ooh. Man, anyone who has played baseball, no matter what the temperature is, if you foul a ball off of your instep, off of any part of you, it's going to hurt. You know what? I just found something. I just discovered something, and I think I know how I'm going to do it. Holy cow, doing this and making discoveries at the same time. I'm loving this now. I already got the question right. Who was the only team to turn 2 triple plays in the same game? It was the Minnesota Twins. The 0-2 bounced in front of the plate with a knuckle curve, and the count's 1-2. The date was July 17th, 1990. I like the way Pierre has the scores streaming on his streams. That's what I want to bring also. 1-2 pitch, swinging a bouncer, foul, and we'll do it again. Well, I didn't have to wait to the bottom of the 5th to get the trivia answer. Who's the only team to turn 2 triple plays in the same game? That was the Minnesota Twins. Bonus question. Who was the opponent? I gave you the date. Who was the opponent? 1-2 to Lopez. Hunter Brown winds, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and the White Sox, for the first time tonight, go 1-2-3. Or for the second time tonight, go 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and your score is the Houston Astros 4 and the Chicago White Sox 1. Stand by, folks, with more Major League Baseball on a Saturday night on Snowman Multimedia. Hi, wrong set. Bottom of the 5th inning as the Yankees beat the Tigers 4-0. Rangers over the Twins 2-1. They're in the top of the 6th. The Brewers lead the Cleveland Guardians. Never thought I'd say that. 2-1. They're in the top of the fifth. And we have a new pitcher for the White Sox, and it's a left-hander. And it's Frazier Ellard, appearing for the fifth time, 3 1/3 innings pitch, 8.10 ERA. And opponents aren't doing much against him. 4-1 Astros. Yordan Alvarez begins the bottom of the fifth, and he takes one low and outside for ball one. I know exactly how I'm going to handle this from now on. Now. I finally got a doggone clue. The pitch, swinging a bouncing ball out in front to short. Lopez with a toss to first. That's in time. One down in the fifth. Yes, I missed the Cleveland Indians too. I miss the Cleveland Indians. I miss the Washington Redskins. This sports world has become too politically correct for me, and I don't like it. 1 up, 1 down to Yainer Diaz, who is 1 for 2, a single, and a pop out to first. You all think that the sports world has become too political and too PC? There's a fastball inside for ball one. 1-0 the count. 1 out here in the top of the fifth. The pitch is a strike, and the count's even 1-1. And Mickey, I love the late, great Dave Niehaus. Get out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma. It is grand salami time. I've had the pleasure of using that. Last time I used that phrase was 3 years ago. The pitch on the way, swinging a bouncing ball to third. Sosa up with it. The long toss to first is in time. 2 down in the inning. So 2 up, 2 down to Jeremy Pena, who is 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice. Let me put this to you guys. Should I do the Fever game tomorrow at 3, or should I finish off this series? And the first pitch time, Eastern time, is 2:10. Which game should I do tomorrow, you guys? The Fever and the Storm, or should I do the finish of this series? There's a fastball inside for ball one to Jeremy Pena. But yeah, I already got the trivia question. Who's the only team to turn 2 triple plays in the same game? Minnesota Twins, 1990. I'm going to add some graphics to that too. There's a cutter inside, and it's 2-0 to Jeremy Pena. Well, as soon as I sign off here, I'm going to make sure the wife is okay, but I'm going to do some thinking, doggone it. Next one, strike call on the inside corner with a cutter, 2-1. Now I feel I'm in the better groove doing this. Now I feel in the groove. 2-1 the count, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the fifth, the pitch on the way, swing and a miss with a slider, and the count is 2-2. It's just that my memories are tied into these teams. When they change the names, I feel lost. I agree. As a fan, I grew up saying Washington Redskins. I grew up saying Cleveland Indians. The world's too PC for its own good. Next one, inside corner, missed it with a fastball. And the count goes fully 3-2. If they really want to be PC, and Chief Illini Weck, when they got rid of him, that messed me up. Swing and a miss with a slider, and Pena will give himself up. He'll be tagged out, and that is that. The Astros go 1-2-3 in the fifth. We'll talk some more about that next inning. Done with 5. Your score is the Houston Astros 4 and the Chicago White Sox 1. We're back with more baseball, y'all, after this. All right, we're ready for the top of the 6th inning. Let me get my stuff in order. Oh, thanks, Fitzy. Fitzy just answered one of my questions. Let me get this up here. We go to the 6th, and Robert swings and drives one into center, and that is going to fall for a base hit in front of Myers. So Robert is now 1 for 3 on the night. Okay, now I'm getting a feel of what to do with everything that's happening. Here's the pitch to Benintendi. It's upstairs for ball 1. I want to see Luis Robert surrounded by more superior talent on this White Sox team. Benintendi does not have an official appearance. He's walked twice. He swiped a base and he scored a run. Next one, swinging a foul out of play, and the count's even 1-1. Dag nabbit. I'll figure it out. Now I know what to do. Next one, strike call. Robert to second. Out! 2-6 on that caught stealing. As Luis Robert tried to swipe a base, no soup for you. And Pena right there to slap the tag on the chest of Luis Robert. I mean, I even remember the Washington Senators. I do too. The Mariners named the broadcast center after Dave Niehaus. As well they should. As well they should. Are they going to name part of it after Dave Sims, I wonder? Because he has been outstanding as the television voice of the Seattle Mariners. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Benintendi. From the windup, the 1-2 pitch, swinging a bouncing ball up the middle. Altuve has it. To first is in time. That's Pena, I beg your pardon. And there's 2 down in the 6th. That caught stealing, for those of you watching, scoring along at home with us, 2-6. From Diaz to Pena. Now here's Gavin Sheets, who was 2 for 2 on the night. 4-1 in favor of the Astros. They got 3 of them in the 3rd on 5 hits. And that first pitch is a sinker that's inside for ball 1. And Hunter Brown is cruising right along. I'm going to bring my wife out to Seattle. We're going to visit that stadium, which reminds me of something I need to put up here in a minute. There's a strike, and the count's even 1-1. Next one is a strike, and the count's 1-2. Awesome storyteller, just like Dave Niehaus. You better believe he is. 1-2 pitch outside with a changeup, and the count's even 2-2. I would just love to have the chance to say I've been with a team or a school for many years. For many, many years. 2-2 pitch, swinging a bouncer foul. We'll do it again. Do me a favor, folks. I want to see every stadium in the country as a cancer survivor, and I want to raise money for cancer. So I have a 2-purpose GoFundMe here. Here's the link that you need. And not only do I want to see every stadium in the country and help my family, I want to help some cancer survivors or cancer patients. Here's a bouncing ball to short. Jeremy Pena up with it. The toss across the first is in time. Inning over. That caught stealing helped out the Houston Astros. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It's the Astros 4 and the White Sox 1. Bottom of the sixth inning. The poll question is still open. Which game should I do tomorrow? Should I do the Indiana Fever and the Seattle Storm, or should I finish this series off, the White Sox and the Astros? Make your choices in the chat. Jared Schuster is now on in his 29th game, 52 and a third innings pitched, 4.30 ERA. And lefties are hitting 474 against him. I hope I read that right. I don't think I did. The pitch is a strike, and the count's 0-1 to Big John Singleton, who is 0 for 2 on the night. Schuster winds and delivers outside with a fastball, and the count's even 1-1. Ooh, Brian got a couple of stupid ideas that I'm going to use. Next one, swing and a miss on a slider, and the count's 1-2 to John Singleton. It's Singleton, Caratini, and Jake the Snake Myers. Singleton is 0 for 2, came into tonight hitting at 236. Schuster from the chest high wind delivers low and inside, and the count's now even at 2-2. Two and two the count. The pitch on the way. Strike three called, and Singleton knew it. So Singleton strikes out for the second time tonight. And there's one out in the sixth. Bang! Right there. Right on the top of the zone. And all John Singleton can do is smile. The pitch to Caratini is low and outside for ball one with a sinker. Caratini is 1 for 2. He singled in the fourth and scored a run. And the changeup is outside, and the count's even 1-1. Dagnabbit counts 2-0. And I think I'm going to make like I said, I'm going to make the move is bring out the headset. 2-0 pitch, swinging a bouncing ball through for a base hit in the left field. Eighth hit of the night for the Astros. And that'll bring Jake Myers to the plate. Here's the pitch. Slider for a strike, and the count's 0-1. I'm actually doing what I did in year one of my broadcast career, figuring this out as I go along and adapting to the times. Myers 1 for 2 with a double that came back in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. And the count's 0-2. Now they're doing the wave at Minute Maid Park. The 0-2, low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Put this comment up here, and I love this comment. Just that my memories are tied into these teams. When they change the names, I feel lost. I know exactly how you feel with that. And time called at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jake Myers. 1 for 2 on the night. He doubled in the 4th inning. As Schuster looks in and gets his sign. Now comes to the set position at the belt. Looks at first. And the pitch on the way. Swinging a foul out of play. He tried to come up on him with a fastball. Here's our poll question. Which game should I do tomorrow? The White Sox and the Astros, or the Seattle Storm and the Indiana Fever? Both of them are intriguing to me. 1-2 pitch. Low and inside with a slider. Counts even 2-2. Caratini at first, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. The Astros have a 4-1 lead. They've scored 4 unanswered runs. And all those came in the 3rd and 4th inning. Schuster sets, kicks, and deals. That's outside with a changeup, and the count's full 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Oh, that's who replaced Steve Stone. Gordon Beckham. I remember him playing with the White Sox. Played played third base for him. Is a bouncer foul at the plate with a changeup. We'll do it again. So they completely redid the broadcast booth for the White Sox because Jason Panetti went to Detroit, and now he's with the Tigers, and they brought in John Schriffen. The payoff pitch is low, ball 4 with a sinker. Second time Jake Myers has been on. First time he has walked tonight. And that'll bring Shea Whitcomb to the plate, who was 1 for 1, runs scored, a double, and a walk. And the pitch outside with a fastball for ball 1. Ninth place hitter Mauricio Dubon would be next. Yeah, I really got to get this office in order. I've been saying I'd been needing to do it for a while, and I never took the time to do it. I'm going to change that. A slider fouled out of play for strike 1. I am going to do it. Maybe even tonight. We'll see. But if nothing else, I'll do it tomorrow. One and one the count. 1 out. Here in the 6th with 2 on. The pitch on the way. Bounced foul, and the count's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes the count. 1-2 pitch. Sinker is low, and the count's even 2-2. Bottom of the 6th inning. 4-1 in favor of the Astros. Mauricio Dubon would be next. Next one. Swinging up fly ball in the left. Benintendi has it. And there's 2 down. Got a little tongue tied there. That'll never happen. That never happens to me. You're right. 2 down to the 9th place hitter in Mauricio Dubon. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. The White Sox trail the Astros 4-1. Dubon is 1 for 1. A single, a sac fly, a run, and a run batted in. I get too excited and I get ahead of myself. The pitch to Dubon is outside for ball 1. 4-1 Astros, bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 the count. A look to second. And the pitch on the way. A swing and a high fly ball into right center field. Luis Robert will track it down. Nope, Dominic Fletcher will track it down. And that will be that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. I'll keep the poll question up throughout the course of the ball game. 6 complete. It's the Astros 4 and the White Sox 1. As we're going to the top of the 7th inning, and the White Sox trail the Astros by a count of 4-1. And I'll say it again. I said it at the top of the season. It looked like the Astros were dead in the water as a knuckle curve begins the inning with a strike to Gavin Sheets, and the count's 0-1. It looked like the Astros were dead in the water. And now they have a 3.5 game lead in the division. Might be larger should they hold on and win here. A changeup is missed, and the count's 1-1. Gavin Sheets is 2 for 2. He has 2 singles on the night. Next one, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2. He also has driven in the only run of the game for the White Sox. That came back in the first. We'll close it up with the post-game show after we're done and get you ready for tomorrow. From the windup, here's the 1-2 pitch. A swing and a bouncing ball foul on a cutter, and the count stays where it is. 91st pitch thrown by Hunter Brown tonight, when it looked like he was going to have a lot more trouble in the first when he threw his most pitches. But since then, he has knuckled down and has grinded. Next one, swinging a high fly ball out of play. And the count stays where it is at 1-2. We're in the top of the 7th inning. 20 pitches in the first, 17 in the third. Other than that, it's been efficient pitching by Hunter Brown as he seeks his 11th win. Next one, bouncing ball to first. Singleton with a toss to Hunter Brown. He got there, 1 down in the 7th. One down to the seventh to Lennon Sosa, who was 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. And while I'm expressing my emotions, I figure since no one wants to sponsor me yet, as Sosa swings and misses for strike one, I'm going to create my breaks a little different for the morning show and for my play-by-plays. I know someone's going. I know someone wants to going to sponsor me with their products and their services. I already know that. The wine in the 0-1, high with a sinker, and the count's even 1-1. I already know that. I already know someone is going to say, "Hey, I want you to help get my products and services out there." I already know that's going to happen. Until I find them, I got to do my breaks a little differently. Here's a rope to short caught by Jeremy Pena, 2 down in the inning. And now activity as Brian Abreu is warming up in the Astros bullpen. Here's the pitch. Strike call to the inside corner with a changeup. The count's 0-1 to Dominic Fletcher, who was 0 for 2, lined into a double play in the fourth and popped out to short. From the windup, here's the 0-1 to Fletch. A knuckle curve for a strike, and the count's 0-2. And Fletcher calls time at the plate. Wants to get himself readjusted. From the windup, here's the 0-2 pitch. High with a fastball, and the count's 1-2. And that was pitch number 99 thrown by Hunter Brown tonight. See, when you're a manager of a team, you got to go off of a feeling. If your pitcher is dealing, let him deal. Excuse me. 1-2 pitch. Fastball inside, and the count's 2-2. Hunter Brown thought he had that one. Was heading off to the dugout, but didn't get the call. Two balls, two strikes the count. And that was pitch number 100. So this is probably the last batter he faces. Fastball down low, and the count's full 3-2. Three and two, the count. And the pitch on the way is swung on and popped up down the left field line and caught by Shea Whitcomb at third base. So a foul out ends the inning, and that is 9 of the last 10 retired by Hunter Brown. Time to stretch in Texas. It's the Astros 4 and the White Sox 1.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everything together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Oh, they're having fun. Just took a look at the broadcast booths, and they're tossing snacks out to the fans right under them. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Bottom of the seventh inning, Astros 4, White Sox 1, and Jose Altuve thinks bunt, pulls it back, and takes outside, and the count's even 1-1. Altuve is 1 for 3, but that one was a big one, a 2-run single back in the third that gave the Astros the lead. Next one, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2 to Jose Altuve. Yeah, I'm looking at the setup that I have now. Beg your pardon, both of them. And I think I know what I'm going to do. Next one, slash foul out of play to the right. And we'll keep the count where it is at 1-2. Yeah, I'm really gonna get creative tonight. 1-2. The pitch on the way. A swing and a slap to short. Lopez with a long throw, and he beat it. So Altuve with an infield hit, his second hit of the night, hit number 8 for the Astros, or 9 for the Astros, I beg your pardon. And the leadoff man is aboard. Lopez did his best, but the speedy Altuve beat it out. Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm going to change about how I set things up, how I operate. I'm going to talk it out with any and everybody that will listen. I'm going to talk it out, and I hope y'all stay with me. There's a fastball by Schuster to Alvarez for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Alvarez is 1 for 3 as an RBI single in the third that extended the lead to 3-1 at the time. The pitch to Jordan is low, and the count's now even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yainer Diaz would be next. Yeah, I definitely got the wheels in motion. Definitely got the wheels in motion. Next one, swinging a bouncing ball off the mound and threw for a base hit. Altuve makes the turnaround second. He'll head for third. And now there's runners at the corners with nobody out for the Astros, looking to really put this game on ice. That ball got creamed off the mound and into center field. Doink. That ball got doinked off the mound into center field. And now Chas McCormick will run it first for Jordan Alvarez. And he will take his spot in the order and his spot in the field. Doggone it. Here's Yainer Diaz. And Diaz swings and fouls one out of play for strike 1. So Alvarez finishes with 2 hits on the night. A single, an RBI single in the third, and a single in the seventh. He finishes 2 for 4. And the pitch is low with a changeup, and the count's even 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, runners at the corners. Astros trying to pile on and put this game away and add to their lead in the West Division. The pitch on the way. A swing and a smash to third. Sosa up with it. Can't throw him out. Infield hit. 5-1 Astros. 3 consecutive hits bring home a run. And now you got runners still on the corners. I messed that up. I saw the graphic and I should have watched the game with my eyes. You got runners at first and second. Now Jeremy Pena is at the plate, really looking to pile on. First and second, nobody out. Bottom of the seventh inning, 5-1 Astros as they continue to pile on the runs. Pena is 0 for 3, a ground out, fielder's choice, a strikeout, and he swiped a base. He swiped that base. Where did he swipe? Never mind. And that is popped foul out of play on a bunt attempt for strike one. Okay, now I see what I have to do. I'm seeing everything I have to do. I'm going to finish this game tonight. Take some time with my honey. Make sure she's okay because she's been having a headache all day. And she has just been plain exhausted. Next one, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. 5-1 Astros, bottom of the seventh inning. Open 2 the count to Jeremy Pena. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. As Schuster looks at second and comes home. A breaking ball low with a slider. And it's 1-2. As Varlin is now up and throwing in the White Sox bullpen. Next one, swing and a miss, and Pena's gone. 1 out in the seventh. Second time Pena has struck out tonight, and he is now officially 0 for 4. One out to John Singleton. As Schuster looks at second, kicks and fires. A swing and a pop-up. Out goes Lopez. Makes the catch with the right hand, 2 down in the inning. So with 2 down, here is Victor Caratini, who is 2 for 3 on the evening. 2 singles, a run scored, and he popped to short. As Schuster delivers, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1. Marlins were beaten by the New York Mets tonight, 4-0. Can the Mets hang on and claim a playoff berth and get into the playoffs for the first time in 3 years? That is 2 years. I beg your pardon. Next one, high and wide, and the count's even 1-1. One ball, one strike. Runners at first and second, 2 down, a run in on 3 hits. Next one, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2. Okay, now I know exactly what I have to do. 1-2 the count. And I'm going to talk it through, and I'm going to talk it through aloud. 1-2 pitch, swinging a high fly ball into left center field. Luis Robert back, track, wall. He leaps and he makes the catch. What a catch! What a catch by Luis Robert, saving 2 runs. Wow. But the Astros get 1 to pile on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 are left. Luis Robert may have just saved 2 more runs as he timed that leap perfectly. We'll talk some more baseball with you guys as we are through 7, and your score is the Astros 5 and the White Sox 1.
think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
All right. So I made a decision, and I think tomorrow I'm going to cover the Storm and the Indiana Fever because it'll be the first WNBA game that I've done it'll be the first WNBA game I've done, and it'll be give me a chance to see Caitlin Clark live and in person. Brian Abreu will start things off, and he delivers a changeup upstairs for ball one. 8-9-1 due for the White Sox. Chucky Robinson, Brooks Baldwin, and Nicky Lopez. Chas McCormick is out in right field. Mauricio DeBone has moved to left. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 96 mile an hour. And the count is now even at 1-1. So the book on Hunter Brown, he goes 7, gives up a run on 3 hits, and he's in line for the win. Next one, high, and it's 2-1. He walked 3 and struck out 5. 2-1 the count. The pitch on the way is a strike, and the count's even 2-2. Yeah, tomorrow's game, I'm going to do the Indiana Fever and the Seattle Storm. That is set to tip at 3 p.m. Let me get the time right. Next one. They check it first. No swing on a slider. And the count is now full at 3-2. Yeah, the New York Liberty have clinched a playoff spot. Congratulations to them. They beat Las Vegas 79-67. And other finals from the WNBA, Minnesota over Washington, 99-83. And the Chicago Sky stay in contention for a playoff berth, 90-86 with their win in Los Angeles. That's outside ball 4 as Robinson reaches for the first time tonight. And it's 3:30 is the game tomorrow with Seattle and Indiana. And I believe that's the game I'm going to do. And it's a big game for Indiana as they look to stay in playoff contention. Baldwin takes a fastball wide for ball 1. Matter of fact, let's look at the WNBA standings, shall we? The Liberty have clinched the playoff berth at 23-4. Give you the rest of the top 8 standings in a minute. Abreu delivers a swing and a miss, and the count's even 1-1. Connecticut is second at 19-6. Minnesota's third at 19-8. Seattle in the 4th spot at 17-9. 5 through 8, Vegas at 16-9. Phoenix 14-13. Indiana at 7, 12-15. And the Sky 11-15, holding on to the 8th spot. Next one, swing and a miss. And the count's 1-2 to Brooks Baldwin. Baldwin is 0 for 2 tonight. So that's the game I'm going to do. It'll be the Indiana Fever hosting the Seattle Storm at 3:30. We'll be up with 3 o'clock at 3 o'clock with the pregame show. Next one, looper headed to the center, caught by Jake Myers, and there's 2 down in the inning. So 2 up and 2 down to Nicky Lopez. And there is a ball down low, 1 ball, no strikes. Now I see what JJ was talking about having points ready to talk about. Now I get it. There's a strike, and the count's even 1-1. Good eye, Snowman, says Scott, dropping in from Sydney, Australia. Australia. Good to have you in. Next one, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2. Looking forward to your call, the Storm versus the Fever match. I'm looking forward to it also. One ball, two strikes, and the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and that's that. 2 down in the inning. And I hear my little Lucy heading into the room. Here's Luis Robert, who singled back in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-1. Scott says, I'm a JJ freak. Well, it's good to hear from you. Well, I hope you also become a member of the Snowman Army, as the link is on the screen. If not, I'll put it up in the chat here in a minute. 0-1 the count. Top of the 8th inning, 5-1 Astros. And the pitch to Willis, swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. Yeah, I'll do the Storm and the Fever tomorrow, and I think the Fever is going to have me following them the rest of the season. 1-0-2 pitch on the way. They check it first, no swing, and the count's 1-2. If you guys haven't done so, become a member of the Snowman Army by using that link that I just put in the chat. There's a newsletter that'll come out every week as the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's that. So after a leadoff walk, he is left right where he is. 7.5 done in Texas. And the Astros lead the White Sox by a count of 5-1. We'll finish this off after this.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Bottom of the 8th inning, 5-1 in favor of the Houston Astros. They'll go for the series win tomorrow, but we will be at Gainbridge House. I'll be broadcasting the game from Indianapolis, Indiana. Gus Varlin is now on for the White Sox, making his 8th appearance. He has thrown 6 innings, has an ERA of 3. So we'll be up tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's great to be here. Thank you, Scott. Thanks for being a member of the Snowman Army. I appreciate everybody that's a member. A slider down low for ball 1 to Jake the Snake Myers as we begin the bottom of the 8th. 7, 8, and 9 due for the Astros. Myers, Whitcomb, and Dubone. Uh-oh. Oh, I got to fix that page. Thank you, Mickey, for saying that. There's a strike and the count's even 1-1. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I thought I fixed that. Don't click that link, folks, that I put up there. Don't click that link that I put up there. Myers drives one to right center field and down for a base hit. I thought I fixed that. I didn't. I'm going to do it on the fly. I am going to do this on the fly. The Astros, since 2014, have won 936 games. That's the second best, only to the Dodgers, who've won 1,011. Ay. I thought I had everything solved. Here's the pitch. Fastball strike, and the count's 0-1. Make sure you keep up with your scorebook, Brian. That is hit number 12 for the Astros tonight. Next one, swung on, fouled out of play, and the count's 0-2. I thought I'd fix this. Apparently, I did not. Hang tight a second, folks. 0-2 the count. And the pitch on the way is swung on and slapped up the middle for a base hit. Rounding second is Myers and headed to third. He'll make it. Hit number 13 now for the Astros, and they begin the 8th like they began the 7th with back-to-back hits. Let me see what I'm doing wrong here. Let me see what I am doing wrong here. And Myers was off with the pitch, as a matter of fact. Maybe that's what I did wrong. Maybe that's exactly what I did wrong. We'll see. The pitch. Strike called. Or actually called on the swing, and the count's 0-1 to Mauricio Dubon, who is 1 for 2. Single, run scored, run batted in, sacrifice fly, and he flew out to right. And that pitch and that ball's thrown away. That'll get a run home. It's now 6-1 on the air by the pitcher Vargas. Or Varland, rather. Yeah, I know I'm getting tired. E1 allows a run to score. Let me check something here real quick, folks. Aha! That's what I needed. That's the answer I needed. Varland's pitch, low and outside, and it's 1-1. So now you got a runner at second and nobody out. It is 6-1 Astros. Next one, fastball strike on the corner, and it's 1-2. That's what I did wrong. 1-2 pitch, swinging a foul out of play. We'll do it again. I'm just doing all kinds of things, folks. I'm doing all kinds of things because I want everything to be right when I do this. Next one, right down the middle, strike 3 called with a slider, and that's the first out of the 8th. Dubon didn't like it. And I think I got everything situated, folks. I think I got everything situated with the email list. And now here's Chaz McCormick, who will bat in Altuve's spot. One out, 2 on, a run in as Varland is rudely greeted. And he also committed to this. There's a fastball right down the middle for a strike, and the count's 0-1. You know, one of the things that the White Sox need to do, because I've had many people ask me this, they need to get some arms. Young, hungry, A young, hungry pitching staff. There's a step off, but no throw. And that's the first disengagement. I can't believe I just said that. A run home for the Astros on 2 hits. They lead 6-1. And we're doing basketball tomorrow. 1 pitch. Swinging a foul out of play to the right, and the count's 0-2. Try the link that's up on the screen now, everybody, or that's in the chat now, everybody. / join the Snowman Army at snowmanmultimedia.net. That'll get you registered for the newsletter that I will send out weekly, beginning tomorrow. Next one, fouled out of play by Chaz Mataz. Count stays where it is at 0-2. There's 1 out in the 8th. Astros 6, White Sox 1. Tomorrow we'll be up at 3 p.m. with our pregame show as the Seattle Storm visit the Indiana Fever at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. 0-2 pitch outside with a slider, and it's 1-2. And Scott, thank you again for the kind words. I appreciate it. One ball, 2 strikes to Chaz. The pitch, swing and a miss, and McCormick's gone. And there's 2 down in the 8th. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter in Yordan Alvarez's spot. And it's Yainer Diaz. Wait a minute. Where did I mess up? Oh, you know what? I messed up my card. I messed up my card. I was right the whole time. Oh, well. Got to do it more often. I messed up. I messed up my scorecard, but that's okay. Here's the pitch, swung on a miss, and the count's 1-1 to Yainer Diaz. I missed the spot. I sure did miss the spot. Because the back-to-back singles belong to DeBone and Whitcomb and not Myers and Whitcomb. That's where I messed up. So how the hell did I miss? Okay, I missed somewhere. I don't know where. 1-2 the count to Yainer Diaz. The pitch, up. And the count's 2-2. I still don't know where I missed the spot. Well, I have to get more meticulous in my scorekeeping. And that's fine by me. That is fine by me. Only way to get better is to keep doing it. Next one, low, and it's 3-2. Make sure I get this right. See if that works. I think it will. Yep, it did. It did. Next one, swing and a miss, and Diaz is gone. And that'll take care of that. Astros get a run. We go to the 9th, the money frame. Astros 6, White Sox 1. 6-1 Astros as we head to the top of the ninth inning, and the Astros trying to finish things off and claim the second game of this series. Brian King making his 18th appearance now for the Astros with 16 and a third innings pitched. His ERA for the season is 2.76. He'll face Benintendi, Andrew Vaughn, and Gavin Sheets, the heart of the order for the White Sox, 3, 4, and 5. As the lefty will try to close things out for the Astros and increase their lead in the American League West, a division no one thought they'd be able to come back and get. Brian King will face the left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi, and he delivers a strike, and the count's 0-1. And as of right this moment, the Astros, and that is swung on and hit into left center field, and it will be run down by Mauricio Dubon, 1 out in the ninth. As of this moment, the Astros lead the Mariners by 3.5 games, who have crashed on hard times after having being about 10 games above 500. Here's Andrew Vaughn, who got the White Sox on the board with their lone run of the game with a run-scoring single in the first. The pitch to Vaughn, a slider for a strike, and the count's 0-1. So if the Astros win, they'll be up a full 4 games on the Mariners, 10 on the Texas Rangers, with the Angels and Athletics bringing up the rear. Strike call on a fastball, and the count's 0-2. And Andrew Vaughn didn't like that call. There's some good talent on this White Sox ball club. Andrew Vaughn, Luis Robert, Gavin Sheets just got us surrounded with better talent. That bounce in front of the plate, and the count's 1-2 to Andrew Vaughn. Eloy Jimenez was sent packing because he can't stay healthy. 1-2 pitch, high with a fastball, and the count's now even at 2-2. 2-2 pitch, swinging a high fly ball into deep left field. That's going to get down, and that's going to roll for a while. Dubon cuts it off, and Vaughn is held to another single. That is Vaughn's second hit of the night, and hit number 5 for the White Sox. Our coverage of the Storm and the Fever tomorrow will begin at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, 2 Central Time. Here's Gavin Sheets, who is 2 for 3 with a run-scoring single in the first, a single in the third. He grounded out in the 7th. 1 out, 1 on here in the 9th. And the pitch, a slider upstairs for ball 1. So a win tonight will put the Astros up a full 4 games on the Seattle Mariners. I'll tell you what, early in the year, didn't think that was possible. A slider comes in for a strike, and the count's even 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the 9th inning. And the pitch from King, a slider cut on and missed, and the count's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch, a swing and a tapper to short. Second 1, return 2, a double play, and the game is over. Put that in the book. 6-3 on that double play. And the Astros indeed stretch their lead to a full 4 games over the Seattle Mariners. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Your final score, the Houston Astros 6 and the Chicago White Sox 1. We'll take a breather, and when we come back, we'll wrap it up and get you ready for tomorrow, as we'll have WNBA action here on the channel. We're back with the wrap-up, the post-game presented by BetUS.com after this. Your final score tonight, the Astros 6 and the White Sox 1. Final totals on the board for the Astros: 6 runs, 13 hits, no errors, 9 left on base. And for the White Sox, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors, and they left 4. Your winner is Hunter Brown. He is 11-7 on the year. His ERA now drops to 3.82. And unfortunately, Chris Flexen, who gave up 3 runs in that third inning to give the Astros the lead, takes the loss. He is now 2-12 on the year. Time of the game, 2 hours, 27 minutes. It was played at Minute Maid Park. And the official attendance, 37,008, 37008. Brown goes 7, gives up 4 hits, a run. It was earned, walked 2, struck out 6. Abreu and King finished it off. We'll be at you tomorrow with some WNBA action as the Indiana Fever hosts the Seattle Storm. Final one more time. White Sox 6 and the Astros 6 and the White Sox 1. Thank you to everyone that tuned us in tonight, and we will be back tomorrow beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern for Indiana Fever basketball. So long, everybody.